Right. Abhishek also came. Right. Yeah. Hi, Abhishek. Good morning. Abhishek, you are self-muted. Hello. Yeah. Anbalgan, are you there? Yeah. Hi, Abhishek. Good
Can you
morning.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I'm able to hear you. Right. Ambalgan, are you there? You are self-muted. Yeah. You are my HTML student, right, Anbalgan?
No, sir. I'm new.
Okay. Okay. Right. Right.
Okay.
So same student with the same name I have in HTML. So that's why I'm
Okay.
asking. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm new.
You are also from Tamil Nadu, right? I think.
I'm from
Hello.
Sri Lanka.
Okay. You are from Sri Lanka. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Related to Tamil means related to any Tamil thing or else pure Sri Lanka. Ambalgan?
Tamil. I'm Tamil, sir.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, right.
I think you are also Tamil. Yeah.
No, I'm Telugu,
You're
Andhra
Telugu.
Pradesh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, right. Okay, now it is 10:40. I'm sharing my screen. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, everybody seeing my screen, right? Hello? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. So in the yesterday class, we have discussed about most preferred ways of how to declare variables. So what are the most preferred ways and what are the least preferred ways and what are the never preferred ways? So why it is never preferred ways? Yeah, please put everybody mute. Why we are treating that as never preferred ways? Because that will cause for an error. Okay, that will cause for an error. Okay, right. Now, okay, right. Now we are going to discuss about some pop-up boxes in JavaScript. What are those? Now we are going to discuss about pop-up boxes in JavaScript. So we have three types of pop-up boxes. One is alert box, another one is confirm box, and another one is prompt box. So three types of pop-up boxes we have. So we'll see how they will work and what is the advantage of that. Okay, how they will work. All those things we'll see here. Okay, right. Now here I'm going to take a new file. So please, before starting that, please tell me what is our root directory. What is our root directory? Hello, please
Yeah,
respond. What is what is our root
class under
directory?
10:30.
Yeah, Ramesh September class 10:30, I think. Okay, right. That is our root folder. So we need to save our see here Ramesh September JS class 10:30. Okay, right. Now here we need to save this files, whatever it is related. Okay, so basic underscore pop-up underscore boxes underscore example dot html. So how many types of pop-up boxes we have? Three types of pop-up boxes. One is alert, another one is confirm, another one is prompt. Okay, right. Now we will see all these three. Okay, right. Now see here alert. So please enter your first name. Okay, right. Now, which scope I am writing? Yesterday I have told you, right? We are writing in a scope. So what is this scope? In which scope I am writing this? Hello?
Global scope.
Please respond other persons. So who responded global scope? Please respond. Who? Yeah. Anjan, you?
Anjan.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Abhishek, you also correct. So why in which scope we are writing? Global scope. So yeah, please put everybody mute. So anything if you are writing directly in the script tag, yeah, please put everybody mute. Anbalagan,
Yes, sir.
yeah, please put yourself mute.
Yep.
Getting some, yeah, right. So if you're writing directly anything in the directly script tag, that comes under global scope.
Global
Okay.
scope. Yeah.
Yeah, global scope. Right. Yeah, Ambalgan, put yourself mute. Click on that mic symbol. Getting resound. Hello. Yeah, right. Okay. So this is called global scope. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to execute this. So for that purpose, what I need to do is I need to go to the run menu, or else if your Notepad++ is latest version, then go to view menu, and here you can find it. Before post it, you can find an option called view current file in. So there you can execute that. Okay, right. So here mine is a old version, so that's why it is in the run menu. So launch in Firefox. See here, if you are writing anything in the global scope, what happens? Directly it will execute before the body tag is executing. Okay, so that's why you are saying directly here. Please enter first name. Okay, so if you observe here, how many buttons we are getting here? How many buttons we are getting? How many buttons we are getting here? Please respond.
One button.
One button, that is called OK. So whenever you have used alert box, so that will come only with one button. Okay, that is called OK. So user has to click mandatory that OK button, then only the next process will be continue. Okay, so most of the time we will use this type of scenarios while we are performing validation related operations. When we are performing, okay, then we will use this alert box. Okay, right. Now click on this OK. So how many buttons we got? One button, and we can able to display a message also. Okay, right. Then we have confirm box. Please put everybody mute. We have confirm box. Confirm. So see here, yeah. Ambalgam, please put yourself mute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So confirm box. See here, what I'm writing. Are you sure to delete? So whenever you want to perform any action, okay, after taking permission from the user, in that type of scenarios, we will use this confirm box. Okay, one more time telling, whenever you want to perform any whenever you want to perform any operation, but whenever the user is accepted that, then only you need to perform that operation. In that case, you need to go for this confirm box. Suppose there is some user managements will be there, so we will display all the users. Sometimes, okay, we need to delete some users, or some products will be there, product management will be there. So sometimes we need to delete some products, so you need to provide that option also. But if you provide that option, there is two things. So by mistake also, okay, user will click on the delete button. Understanding that? By mistake also user will click on the delete button. So in that case, what we need to do? Immediately we should not delete. We should ask one more time, are you really want to delete, or else are you sure to delete, like that? So if we confirmed, okay, I want to delete, I want to really delete, then only we need to delete, not by default. Okay, so in that type of scenarios, we'll use go for this confirm box. So we'll see how we will get this. Refresh this page. Now see here, how many buttons we are getting? Please respond. How many buttons we are getting? Two buttons. Okay, so what are those? OK and cancel. So if you click on OK, what happens? whatever action you want, whatever operation you want, that will be executed. If you click on the cancel, no operation will be executed. So this most of the time this is used for confirmation related tasks. Okay, most of the time this confirm box will use it for confirmation related tasks. Okay, or you want to delete, or else do you want me to proceed, something like that. Okay, clear it everyone, where we will use a alert box and where we will use this prompt box like that. Please respond. Hello. Other persons also, only Anjan is responding. Abhishek, Anbalgan, Ankit, Kiran Chavan. Okay, right. So in this way we'll use this confirm box also. Okay, right. So I did not writing any, I did see in this entire page nothing is there, only this box is there. So if you click on the OK and cancel also, same action will be performed, but it's okay. Okay, right. And then we are going to discuss about prompt box. What is that? Prompt box. So prompt box comes with a message and along with a text box. What is that? Along with a text box. Okay, so suppose if you are working in a MNC company or else any company, they will send you some pay slips. So if you want to open your pay slip, then immediately they will ask you one secret code. A prompt box will come. There you need to enter that secret code. Whenever the secret code is matching, then only you will redirect to that particular page, pay slip page. Okay, understanding it everyone? Okay, in that scenarios we will use this prompt box. Suppose see here, prompt. Please enter your secret number. Okay, right, now come here and refresh. See here how it is coming. It is coming with a message and you are seeing here this text box or not. Okay, so if you need to enter here the correct secret number. Okay, what they will do, they will compare with their database secret number. So if the both are matching, then only they will redirect to particular page. Okay, or else you won't go to any page, you will stick on the same page. Or else whenever you click on the cancel also, nothing will happen, you will stick on the same page. So whenever you enter here wrong secret number, and if you click on OK also, you will stay in the same page. Or else without entering any secret key, if you click on the cancel also, you will stay in the same page. If you enter correct secret number and if you click on the OK, then only you will navigate to some other page. Understanding right? What is the advantage of prompt box? Please respond everyone. Hello. Other persons, Abhishek, Anbalgan, everyone should respond. Ankit, Kiran. Hello, Ankit, are you there? Not getting your voice, Ankit. Respond through chat. Okay, so this is how we will get. So everybody will get one doubt, sir. How could how to fetch this text box value? How to fetch this text box value like that? So very simple. Directly assign this prompt box to any variable. Suppose where get value equal to prompt, please enter your secret number. Okay, right. Now what I will do, I can print in the console area. I can print in the console area get value. Save it. Now go to the browser, click on OK and refresh. Wait 1 second. Click on OK. Right click and click on inspect element. Go to the console area. Empty string. Now refresh it. So see here, I am entering some data 1, 2, 3, 4. Now click here. See here, you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 or not? Please respond everyone. You're getting or not? Hello? Yeah, so if you want to prompt box, what is the thing we need to do? We need to take this, we need to assign this prompt box to any variable. so that automatically this value, the text box value will store in this one. Okay, then server-side programmers, what they will do, they will compare this get value with the data in the database. Of course, this is not our database classes, but they will compare with the database and they will send you particular page. That's it. So understand that everyone, clear, right? So how to use alert box, how to use confirm box, and how to use prompt box, like that. Or else anybody having any doubts, please respond. Yeah, Ambalgan, please respond. Yeah, clear. Okay. Anjan and Abhishek, clear.
Clear, sir.
Yeah, right. Ankit and Kiran. Yeah, Ankit, respond to chat. I'm not getting your voice. Maybe you have some headphones problem. Right. Okay, please give me 2 minutes. I will be back and I will continue the class. Okay. Please give me 2 minutes. Okay. Right. Give me 2 minutes. Right. Hello. Right. Able to hear my voice, right? Clearly.
Yes, sir.
Right. Sorry. Right. So this is how we will use this alert and confirm and prompt boxes. So now if we observe here in which scope we are writing, in the global scope only. So in real time or else anywhere directly we don't write anything in the global scope except declaring some variables only. Okay, most of the time how we will declare in the function scope or something like that. Okay, in we have global scope, function scope, block scope and lexical scope. Okay, the type of scopes is there. One by one we'll discuss. Now we will write anything in the now we are going to function. Okay, so directly whenever the browser is whenever the page is loading, then immediately is coming. I don't want that. I don't want that. After body is loaded, then only I want that data. Okay, after body is loaded, then only I want the data. Suppose see here, whenever you are refreshed, immediately it is coming. The body also not loading. Okay, I don't want that. Whenever the body is loaded, body data is loaded, then only I want to call anything. Okay, in that case, what is the thing I need to do? Okay, right. So I'm going to do that. Okay, right. Now for that purpose, what we will do is I'm going to take a new file. Right. Now I am doing here. So one more time checking here alert. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Right, now observe here H1. I am Ramesh. Right, okay, right. Now see here in the browser how it is coming. Directly when the page is called, whenever the page is coming, immediately that is coming here. What is this? Alert box. And are you able to see any H1 tag here? Please respond. Are you able to see any H1 tag here? Are you able to see any H1 tag?
No.
No. Okay, you are not able to see any H1 tag. Why? Because whenever you have written in the global scope, that will call immediately before the body tag is loading. That's why you are not able to see it. But I want to see this H1 tag. First, I want to see this H1 tag. Then only this alert box should come. In that case, what I need to do is, in any particular scenario only, I want to see it, not all the time. So we need to write this in the function scope. So first, how to declare a function? Very simple. Just use function keyword. Then JavaScript understand, okay, this is going to be a function. Then we should give a function name. Suppose basic pop-up box. This is our function name, basic pop-up box. And open say parenthesis mandatory, and open curly brace and close curly brace immediately. Okay, whenever you are writing some, see, some people, some freshers, what they will do is they will do like this function. Okay, ABC, and they will open like this. They will write something, some parameters. Then after they like this, and they won't close this parameter, sorry, parenthesis, and directly they will open like this, and they will write like this, and they will forget to close this curly brace also. See how many mistakes is there? There is a parenthesis problem, there is curly brace problem also there. So this is not the good choice to write a function. So how to write a function is, first we need to declare function keyword, then function name, basic any name, pop-up box. Then after open the parenthesis, whenever you open any bracket, then immediately should close it. And open curly brace. Whenever you open any curly brace, immediately close it. Don't write any logic in between. Sorry, immediately. Don't write logic immediately. Okay. Right now the syntax is completed, right? Now in this curly brace, press there enter. And then whatever you want to write, you can write it. Suppose I am cutting this alert box and I'm pasting here. Understand, right? How to declare a function and what are the steps we need to follow. Okay, right. So alert box. Now save here and go to the browser and refresh the page. Now are you able to see any alert box? Now are you able to see any alert box? Hello?
No, sir.
No. Why we are not able to see any alert box? Why we are not able to see any alert box?
We didn't call the function.
Yes. So whenever you have written anything in the function scope, okay, or else whenever you have written anything in a function, then we need to call that function. Then only these instructions will be executed. Then only whatever you have written in this instruction in that function, that instructions will be executed. Without calling that function, nothing will be executed. So now the important thing is when we need to call the function. That is very important. When we need to call the function. Okay. So when I want to call, whenever this body is loaded, immediately it should call. I don't click anywhere in the browser. Whenever this content is loaded, then immediately it should trigger this method. So in that case, what is the thing we need to do is we need to apply it for the body element. Okay, because I don't click anywhere in the body. Okay, I don't want to mouse over or else mouse out anywhere in the body tag. Just whenever the content is loaded, then immediately I want to call this function. I want to execute this function. Okay, in that case, you need to go for the body tag, and the event is onload event. What is that? Onload event. Okay, equal to double quotations, and we need to call here the method basic popup. Okay, if you return that method also, it won't be any problem. If you put return, there won't be any problem. Okay, right. That is your pure personal choice. So the basic thing is you need to call that function. If you want return, you can return it. That's it. This is best way also. Okay, right. Now come here and refresh the page. See here, you are able to see the select box or not? Yes, you are able to see. But observe here, you are previously I am Ramesh is not there. Whenever you click on the OK button, then only I am Ramesh came. But now you are able to see this I am Ramesh, then the scarlet box. Understanding, right? So are you able to see this I am Ramesh or not? Please respond. Hello? Yes. That means
Yes.
what is happening? Yeah. So first content is loading. Whenever the content is loading, whenever the content loading is completed, then immediately it is calling that function. Whenever it is calling that function, then the instruction whatever I have written there, that is coming here. Understand it, everyone? Clear? Please respond. How to write a function and how to call it and how to bind it. Okay. So this is called event binding or else function binding. That means we are binding a function to any event. We are binding a function to any event. This is called event binding. Okay. So whatever you have written in a function, we need to present to any event. Then only it will comes. Then only that function will be executed. Okay. Especially onload event, when it will call this function, when this event will trigger, when this content is loaded in the body tag. When the body tag content is loaded, then only it will be executed. Whenever it is executing, this function will be called. Whenever this function is calling, the instruction will be executed, and as per your instruction, whatever you have written, that will become. That's it as an output. Okay, right. So this is about onload event. Okay, right. Now I want to do one more thing also. What is that? So now here the onload event is right. So I don't want to call immediately. I will click somewhere. In the browser. Suppose I will click on a button. Okay, then only I want to call anything. So in that case, what is the thing I need to do? So it is very simple. See here. Let's go to JS underscore. So I don't want this. I don't want this also. Right. Now what I'm doing here is I have a button here. Button tag, you need to declare like this. Open the button tag and close the button tag. So automatically a button will come. You need to write something in between. Okay. Display pop-up. What is this? Display pop-up. Okay. Right. Now execute in the browser. Now observe here. We are getting a button or not? Please respond. Do we have getting a button or not? Hello. Okay.
Yes,
We
sir.
got a button. Yeah. We got a button. Okay. Right. Now observe here. We got a button. Now what I want, whenever I click on this button, then a pop-up box I want to display. So I will write that pop-up related code in a function. display pop-up, parenthesis open and close, and write here alert. Please enter one. Okay, right. Now see here, I'm clicking on this button. Is anything is executing? Is anything is executing? Hello? Nothing is executing. Why? Why it is not executing anything? Because I have written a function and I have a button. Suppose you have saved my number. So can we talk each other? You have saved my phone number. Can we talk each other? Okay, no. So we need to either I need to make a call to you or else you need to make a call to me. Okay, then only we can talk each other. Okay, right. Here also I have written JavaScript code and here also I have written HTML code, but there is no relation. So how will make the relation? Through an event. How will make the relation? Through an event. So that event, there is some different events is there. Onload event is there, on click event is there. Okay, key up event, key press event. Okay, key down event, mouse over, mouse out. So all the events is there. So depends upon our requirement, we need to choose any key events. Depends upon our requirements, we need to choose any events. Okay, suppose here what is our requirement? Suppose what is our requirement? Whenever I click on this, so whenever I click on this button, that is my requirement. So whenever you click means what is the appropriate event? On click. What is that? On click. So whenever I click on this button, okay, I am calling this method. What is this? Display pop-up. Display pop-up. Okay, right. Now come here and refresh. See there, whenever I click on this, then only it is coming. Please enter your first name. Yes, please enter one name. Understand, right? How to assign any, how to write a function and how to assign that to any click event. Okay, whenever you click on, if you want to display anything, okay, whenever you want to display any pop-up box, whenever you click on a button, this is the process you need to follow. Okay, everyone, hello, clear it, everyone? Yeah, okay, right. So not only for button tag, okay, not only for button tag, if you want to apply it for any h1 tag also you can apply. Okay, wait one second. For any h1 tag also you can apply. H1 or H2, whatever it may be. Right, now save it. Come here and refresh. You see here, I am clicking here. Is any pop-up box is coming? No. And the user cannot understand also. Okay, yeah, I need to click here, something like that. So for that purpose, CSS will be helpful. So what is the thing we need to do is we need to write a CSS. H2 cursor colon pointer. Refresh it. Now see here. Okay, so this is coming like this. Observing that hand symbol is coming. Previously only cursor is there, but now hand symbol is coming. How this is happening? Because of cursor property, and we need to assign here pointer value, so that whenever you hover anything, okay, whenever you hover on that element, automatically hand symbol will come. Now I can click here, but is anything happening? Is anything happening? No. So that purpose, what I need to do? I can call the same function, or else I can write a different function also. Suppose function display message alert hi, I am Ramesh. Okay, right. Now come here and refresh. Now click here. He is telling that click here like that. So click there. Is anything coming? Is anything coming? No. Why? Because there is no relation. Okay, there is no relation. So we need to make a relation. So depends upon that requirement, we need to choose the relation. What is the event is appropriate to make the relation? So what is the event? On click only. Why? Because whenever I display, whenever I click on it. Okay, so on click equal to return display message. Now come here and refresh. See there? Hi, I am Ramesh. Getting ready, everyone? Please respond. Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. So this is how we will write. We will bind any function to any event. So event is depends upon our requirement. We need to choose. So any HTML element also you can apply event. For any HTML also you can apply that event. Okay. Right. Now we will take down our notes step by step. So first is related to the select boxes. Okay. Right. Now here I will write down these notes. So here itself I will write down the notes. Sorry, wait 1 second. Right. So we have three types of pop-up boxes. One, alert. Two, confirm. Three, prompt. First one is alert box. This pop-up box comes along with a message and one button called OK. User must click on the OK button. OK button. Okay, right. Understand it, everyone? Okay, right. So this is about alert box. So right, then after confirm. Okay, I will write down the note here. For example, see, not only for validation purpose, but one of the purpose, that is what I am going to tell. Okay, for example, whenever we are performing validation operations, we will use this alert box. Okay, right. Then after confirm box, this pop-up box comes along with a message and two buttons. Called OK and cancel. OK and cancel. So user must click on OK button to perform any operation. If the user clicks on cancel button, then no action will be performed. No operation will be performed. Okay, understanding it everyone? Please respond. Hello? Hello? Okay, right. So whatever whatever I have told you, that's what I'm writing here. Okay, right. Then after note, we will use this confirm box whenever we are performing any type of delete operations. See, not only for delete operations, but one of the purpose. Okay, right. Delete operations. Okay, right. Now then after prompt, this pop-up box comes along with a message comma text box and two buttons called OK and cancel. User must enter correct information in the text box and he needs to and should click on OK button to perform any operation. Okay, operation. If the user enters wrong info and clicked on OK button, or the user simply clicks on cancel button, then no action will be performed. Okay, so note, we will use this prompt box whenever we are performing we are performing operations like opening official documents, okay, like that operations, or else any or else any secret operations. Okay, we will use this prompt box whenever performing any operations like official documents, opening official documents, or else any secret operations. Okay, right. So this is about this prompt box. Clear it, everyone, or else anybody having anything to ask? Hello? Hello? Right. Okay, right. Now we will write down these notes related to onload event. This event will call the function when the content in the body completed loading. So this event will call the function when the content in the body completed loading. Okay, right. Then on click event. This event will call the function when the user clicks on any particular HTML element. Okay, right. So that's it, everyone. Okay, so everything is clear, right? Today class, or else anybody having any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, right. So this is the class for today. Next class will be, I will continue on Monday. So Saturday, Sunday holidays. Okay, right. Already I told. So yeah, this is the class for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask, or else we will meet on Monday. Hello. Yeah. So right, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So this is the class for today. We'll meet on Monday. Okay. Right. Thank you. Yeah, Monday same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet Monday.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Ambalgan, you are understanding, right? My
Yeah, I'm
off teacher.
understanding. Yeah,
Okay, right.
I'm clear, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, right. So everyone understanding, right? Yes. Thank you, everyone. Okay.
Yes.
Meet on Monday.
Yes. One more thing. So when are you gonna share these things? Like.
Yeah. So when the recorded videos will be shared is after payment only. Okay. So
Okay,
after
fine.
payment. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Through Google Drive. Okay. And this code also I will share in the drive. Okay. Right. Is there any other
Okay.
class from you? HTML, SPSS? Yeah, Abhishek. Within soon I will announce that. Not right now, but within 1 week or 10 days I will announce HTML, CSS. Okay. Right. Right. Thank you, everyone. Right. We'll meet Monday.